Okay, third graders, today I am going to show you how to do research for an informational writing piece using more than one digital source. And there are at least two Common Core standards that talk about this, which are conducting short research projects that build knowledge about a topic and recall information from experiences or gather information from print and digital sources, take brief notes on sources, and sort evidence into provided categories. And that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to show you how that can be done. Here is our objective: to research a topic for an informational writing piece that you're going to be going through the writing process. So the first thing you need to do would be to pick a topic. And for the sake of ease, I'm going to show you how to research a particular animal. And I'm going to use these three search engines, websites for searching, and show you kind of how to navigate through those and what to do if something unexpected pops up. Because that can happen. Also, you know that when it says to use multiple sources for that standard, students can and should also use books from our classroom and library as additional sources. You're going to be also using what I made a note template. We have not done taking notes before, and so I made you sort of a template that you could fill out. So I determined by just looking up, I just typed in unusual animals, and I found something called a fossa, F-O-S-S-A. So my research question is going to be, what is a fossa? And I'm going to use each of the three websites that I introduced you to up here, where we can just click and go there, and we can type in and possibly learn some information about the fossa. And then we're going to fill out what we learn. And here are some that I've done already. So when we go to Wikipedia, I'll type it in and we'll find it on this page. So I'll show you how to copy and paste that here. And then we can just fill out this information as we go. So the purpose, since we're doing informational piece, and since we're looking on things like Wikipedia, which is like an encyclopedia, and you're looking up information about a particular animal, the author of that information, his purpose is to inform you. Okay, and some facts that I want you to find out are where this animal might live, what it might eat, whether or not it's endangered, who are its predators, what does it look like, and then any other fun facts that you want to add. And you're going to we're going to go to each of these searches and find the answers to those same questions so that we can answer this question down here. Did you find any information that contradicted another website's information? And what I would like you to figure out, third graders, is whether these websites all have the same information, or if they have different information, why do you think that is? And we need to think critically about maybe who is writing that information for us, maybe what their sources are, and if they have sources listed, and whether or not we think those are valid sources, or some people, some source that we should believe. And so we'll figure that out, or maybe we'll raise more questions regarding that. So if we click here and go to Wikipedia, we can type here fossa, and so I was going to type animal, but as you can see right under there, it pops up. So let's see what happens if it doesn't. Let's say you just typed in fossa. If you just typed in fossa, you will get a page like this, and none of these first ones, they're all like, that's not an animal. So I'm under biology, fossa, animal. I'm like, okay, That's what I wanted to find out about. So you can click there to get to this page. Okay, now this is where you get that URL. Up here is the URL. So if you click there once and then copy, and then you go back to your document, and that is how I got this. I clicked there and I pasted that URL. I don't know where that oh, I did it in the wrong place, sorry. Okay. Oh, I see what it did. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so then you get the URL here. And then if I was going to check this page, I can click right there and make sure that you went to the right page, and that's the right page. Now, as you're looking through Wikipedia, it's pretty interesting because there are highlighted or blue words that we can click on if you don't know what they mean. So it'll take you to a page about Madagascar and explain about Madagascar. Okay, and then your back button can bring you back. And then as you're reading through here, you pull out the information to answer these questions: where it lives, what it eats, is it endangered, and then you decide what are some other interesting facts that your readers might want to know. So something you need to know for that is, who's your audience for this piece? Okay, if we're going to read them to first or second graders and you think you want to pull out some really cool facts that they'll think is interesting, maybe you're going to read it to parents or take it down to read it to our principal, and you want to pull out some, interesting fact that maybe you think they don't know. That would be the kinds of things you would look for your fun facts. Okay, and then let's see. If we go to Safe Search, which this is what we've used before on our LearnPads, let's see what we get here. We typed fossa and we get, so this is kind of like typing it into Google. This is our Safe Search for Kids on Google. And you get a whole bunch of choices. I'm going to hold off on this one because this is, I think, what I put for your third. Yeah, that's our third resource. So we're actually going to be going to that one. So let's pick one of these other ones. And I think this one that says fossa facts would be a good one. Okay, and so the very first sentence has information about what it looks like, what animal it's related to, where it can be found, and then we can read all through these little points. It's not a super long page, and this one doesn't have a source of where they got their information. I forgot to check that on Wikipedia. We can go back there and look. A lot of times if you go to the bottom, this one has so much information. These are all the references of where Wikipedia got their information. Okay. And then your safe search information would take us to this today, softschools.com. And that's what I put here, and then it's to inform, and then I fill this out, and hopefully I'm getting the same information that I did up here. What would that tell us, boys and girls, if you got the same information that you got at the top? That would tell us that that information is pretty valid. If you can find it from more than one source, that it is a pretty valid source and that your information is good and correct information for your readers to read about this, what the fossa is, right? Okay, and your third one, nationalgeographic.com. This one is a little bit, I know they have National Geographic Kids, but I didn't see if we go there. I think we'll find more information on the regular page. Let's type fossa in here. Okay, wacky weekend animals. So this looks like there's a lemur, and it just will have pictures. So that's why I decided that wasn't going to tell me enough information. So if I use my back button and I go back to the home page of nationalgeographic.com into their search bar and type fossa, let's see what we get here. Okay, so we get several places where we can go. And to help you know where to go, you read the headings. Madagascar fossa, tracking the fossa, mysterious Madagascar. Okay, I like this one because it says fossa facts right in the title. And you need to be sure you're looking at those text features like these bold titles, because that'll help you narrow down your search so you won't be looking all day long. Okay, it looks like you've got a picture of this animal, which is pretty cool. And then you've got some information here about the animal, and you have fast facts. A fast facts section is so handy. You might be able to find several answers to those questions that I gave you in the fast facts section. Boys and girls, what do you do when you get a pop-up? Sometimes they're advertisements and sometimes they're surveys like this one. We're not going to be taking any surveys or clicking on any advertisements, and hopefully a lot of them will have an X button, or in this case hide, and that we can get that out of our way in case it's covering some of our information. Okay, so I think that's a good start for you to start your research. And if you have any questions, please come and see me. Thanks.